Hi, my name is Chuck Vanderstelt, and I'm a real estate agent in Northwest Indiana, leading the Quad Walls real estate team at Listing Leaders. Here I am with the February 2025 Northwest Indiana Real Estate Trends Report. So let's just dive on in. Sales volume. So during the month of January 2025, we sold 9% more homes than in January 2024. So a nice little start to the year. Inventory has increased slightly. We have 15% more homes on the market than we did to start February of 2024. And the number of homes for sale versus the number of homes under contract is up 11%, illustrating a slight expansion, a slight increase in inventory. Home prices really strong. The median single family home sale closing in January of 2025 was up 12% compared to a year ago. Home buyer activity continues to recover. We had 10% fewer showings per listing during the month of January, but that's a really nice improvement compared to December. December of 2024, we were down 19% compared to December of 2023. So a nice rebound might be taking shape there in home buyer activity. And who does the market currently favor? People love to ask that question. Right now, I say it slightly favors home buyers. Let's take a look at some January 2025 sales data, get more specific about types of homes. In total, we had 584 closings reported to the Northwest Indiana MLS during the month. 500 of those closings were houses, single-family homes. They had an average sale price of $296,000, which was a 7% increase compared to a year ago. Median sale price again increased 12% to $269,500. Homes were selling similarly on pace to how they were last year. Average days on market was 43 days. Median days on market was 24. Again, this is for homes that closed in January 2025. These are only slight increases to 2024 when it was 41 days and 22 days for a median. So just up 2 days on each of those statistics. On average, homes were selling for 94% of their original list price. That's really on par with what we saw in January of 2024. So pretty similar there. Home buyers continue to be reluctant to negotiate much on price on a median. So half of all the homes that closed in January of 2025 closed for 98% of their most recent list price. So what that illustrates and what that indicates is sellers might not see as much activity till they get a lot closer to what the home is actually going to end up selling for. Condos, let's talk about condominiums. There was 24 condominium home sales in Northwest Indiana during January 2025. These had an average sale price of $179,500. And a finished price per square foot of $140. Median sale price per finished square foot was $144. Townhomes and half duplexes accounted for 60 home sales during the month. These had an average sale price of, call it $274,000, which was up 4%. Median sale price increased 5% to $258,500. Average and median price per square foot, per finished square foot, $170 and $177. Those were up 4% and 7% respectively. So townhomes and half duplexes, doing good. The one area of weakness was luxury homes. There were 54 luxury home sales in Northwest Indiana during January 2025. Luxury, to me, is $500,000 and above. That's the top 10% of the Northwest Indiana market. These homes had an average sale price of $710,700, which was down 9% compared to a year ago, and a median sale price of $577,000, down 2% compared to a year ago. Average sale price per finished square foot fell 9% to $184. Median sale price per finished square foot fell 5% to $162. We got to be careful though with luxury home sales, because what we see is a lot of larger, older homes selling for over $500,000, and then we see a lot of brand new homes, not as big of a footprint, but also selling for over $500,000. can kind of skew the data there a little bit. So something we always want to keep an eye on. But that was the one area of a little bit of softness in our report. Some trends on home buyer activity. What we saw was a 4% increase in the total number of showings during the month of January. So we are seeing activity in the market. However, the average number of showings per listing did fall 10% to 6.1 showings for the month as an average. We were a lot closer to 7 showings as an average per listing in January of 2024. So down 10% there. Current Northwest Indiana homes for sale, inventory levels. Currently we have about 2,000 homes for sale in Northwest Indiana. Again, this is up 15% compared to a year ago, but it is down 6% compared to the start of January. So, because now we're into the February, we're in February, looking at February inventory. There's a little dog near me who's going to be ornery. We'll leave her alone. I guess she doesn't want to be on camera today. All right, houses for sale. We have about 1,800 houses for sale in Northwest Indiana. This is an 18% increase compared to a year ago. Average list price currently is down 1% to just over $371,000. Median list price is flat compared to a year ago at $317,500. New construction houses for sale in Northwest Indiana. There are about 360 new construction homes right now, which is up 4% compared to a year ago, but down 11% compared to the start of January. So maybe as winter rolled around, we just saw home builders pulling back on their commitments of what they were going to build. But it could also just be a seasonal thing based on the time of year that it is. New construction homes for sale are definitely being listed at a premium. The average list price is $487,000, meaning on average, a new construction home in Northwest Indiana is nearly a luxury purchase. Median list price, $446,000. These are both essentially unchanged from a year ago, indicating home builders might be facing some pressure on the prices that they're charging for their new construction homes. Luxury homes, there was about 328 luxury homes for sale in Northwest Indiana. We're going to grab this little dog because she is being ornery. That's Sally, everybody. Say hello to America. All right. Okay, so luxury homes, we had about 330 luxury homes for sale when I started this report. That's about 16% of the market, which is pretty typical. Luxury homes have an average list price of $800,000, just call it $800,000. It's right under $800,000. That's down 6% compared to a year ago. Median list price is down 9% to $635,000. Forecast. So we only have 2 more sections to go. Hang in there. I think this is the most important section. I like to give a forecast of what I think is going to happen over the next 90 days. Mortgage interest rates. I don't expect them to change much. I don't expect them to go up a lot. I don't expect them to go down much either. I think we're going to track in a pretty narrow range of where we are right now, which would be very high 6s. And I even think, even though this is only a 90-day forecast, that's what I said, I do think for pretty much the entirety of the year, we're likely to see something in the mid-6s to mid-7s. So we might actually be at kind of the lower end for what we are likely to experience this year. Home buyer demand, I think home buyer demand is stronger into this late winter and spring market than what we saw in 23 and in 24. What we all know is that many homeowners refinanced or homeowners who purchased during 2020, 2021, received an ultra low mortgage interest rate and are very reluctant to let go of those. What the issue is home sales and home purchases, home sales, they're primarily triggered by a major life event. These include births, deaths, marriages, divorces, separations, job losses, job gains, job changes, kids growing up, the kids getting bigger, the kids moving out permanently. With some of these major life events, time really kind of eats away at things. And some people just need to make a decision. Like, for example, if in 2020 you had a 2-year-old and a 4-year-old and a 6-year-old, today you now have a 7-year-old, a 9-year-old, and an 11-year-old, and you're maybe needing more space. And there just kind of becomes a point where, regardless of what the mortgage interest rate is, you might just need to make a move. I think we start to see more of that show up in the market. I also think some current homeowners will start to realize how well they've done in their homes. Those who bought in 2020, 21, they've had several years of appreciation. Additionally, they've maybe had a little bit more accelerated pay down on their principal than what they realized, because instead of a 6, 7, or 8% interest rate, they've maybe had a 2.5%, 3.5%, or 4.5% interest rate. So they're paying down more principal every month. Therefore, if they were to sell, they'd have greater proceeds that stay with them to make that down payment on the next home. So I think we're going to just see a bit more activity in 2025 than what we've seen in the previous 2 years. The last part of my forecast, home prices. I think that they'll continue to stay strong. I think we continue to see single-family homes appreciate in the upper single digits to low double digits. I think we continue to see that through the late winter and spring market. Northwest Indiana economy is doing just fine. So it's just humming along like it typically does. Last section of this update, home buyers, take advantage of the early spring market, beat out the competition. Home prices are unlikely to fall. Mortgage interest rates are unlikely to fall. Get out there and make the purchase now. With just looking at macroeconomic indicators, there's not catalysts for prices to go down. So if you buy today, the thing you bought today is going to likely be worth more in the future. And if interest rates do fall for some reason, you can likely refinance in the future. Home sellers, don't forget, I do still think the market slightly favors home buyers. I would encourage home sellers that want to sell, that are thinking about selling, that it's a great time to sell. Most home sellers are curious about pricing and what they're going to get, and you're selling into a strong market. Activity is a little light, but their activity is there. What I really believe is occurring is a majority of showings are going to a minority of homes. There's ways that you can do things with your aesthetic sentiment to steal more attention from the home buyers, capture their attention. These are things that I can help you with as a real estate agent. Also, I think getting it priced right sooner than later is an excellent idea. I had some clients this month list their home for sale in Valparaiso, and they put a spectacular price on it right out of the gate. Not a fire sale price, nothing like that, priced very accurately. We had them under contract in 6 days. I think home sellers will be doing themselves favors by getting that home priced right sooner than later. I've ran studies on that, and that really is what it shows. So, in conclusion, Northwest Indiana remains remarkably resilient with its real estate market. Home prices continue to increase. We've seen a slight expansion in inventory, but nothing dramatic. Nothing indicating that there's going to be a wild overabundance of homes that puts negative pressure on prices. Nothing like that. One area of a little bit of softness, it could be the luxury market. Homes priced over $500,000. Savvy sellers, though, wanting to sell a home priced over $500,000 can still do great. If you're interested in buying, please feel free to contact me on my website at quadwalls.com. You can call me at 219-309-6098. I offer a very competitive buyer agent commission fee that I charge, and much more competitive, in my opinion and in my belief, compared to many of my colleagues. Additionally, if you're thinking about selling, I offer the lowest advertised commission fee for a full service listing in Northwest Indiana. You can check that out on my website, quadwalls.com. Visit the sell page, so quadwalls.com/sell. Or give me a call, 219-309-6098. Give me a call. I'd love to talk with you. You might hear Sally in the background. Love to help you out with what I could do for you with getting your home sold. So again, my name's Chuck Vanderstelt. I'm a real estate agent in Northwest Indiana, leading the Quad Walls real estate team at Listing Leaders. Thank you so much for watching my February market trends update. If you're watching this on Facebook, like the page so you can get these updates in the future. If you're watching it on YouTube, feel free to subscribe to my channel so you also will get alerts when I post new videos. Thanks.